Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Modeller's Corner. My name is Tom Biddle and I'm joined with my friend Chris Heatley, aka Casey Jr. Say hello.
Top of the morning to you.
Michael White is aka White House Films. We joined us lately. It's a bit later. He's not quite ready yet. He's had a very busy day. And so for the topic of this week is basically kit building. So let's just start with Chris. What are you working on today?
Well, I'm going to be finishing off my Class 4 mogul, hopefully. And then I'll be doing this, maybe.
That's very awesome. And where'd you get that from?
eBay.
Okay. That's the same. I almost get my stuff from eBay as well, to be honest. So, and for this week, I'm going to be working up this wagon kit, and also try and compete the two BR standard vans I got a couple of weeks ago. Sorry. And I actually bought. I started putting this together a couple of weeks ago. I'm going to start finishing them today, if I can. And so yeah, let's see who's on the chat. Hello, Josh. Hello, Cameron Cousin. And Boat Guy, how you doing? Can't pronounce your first name, sorry, mate.
No, that's Welsh for Wales or something like that.
What is it?
Yeah, I don't know how you say it though.
I wouldn't have a clue, mate.
Cymru or something like that.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. All right. If someone in the chat can write down how you pronounce it, that'd be really helpful. Or I could just Google it. That'd be easy.
Yeah, well.
Oh.
Shall we get started?
Let's get started, yes.
Right, Pug can bugger off. This one can bugger off as well. Right, you, come here. Oh, it rolled over, it had a crash.
Dan, I remember now. Yes, sorry, mate.
Dan is his name.
You were here last week, weren't you? And Lucas, how you doing, mate?
And it's pronounced Cymru. I thought it was something like that. Good afternoon from America. Hi. Right. Well, I'm just glad that Dan wasn't offended by us not pronouncing it correctly.
Probably, yeah. Well, I didn't even say it out loud, so that's probably why. Okay, so what I'm basically doing this week is I've got this kit of a full plank wagon a couple of years ago, but never properly started work on it. And
it always happens.
It's very, yeah, the thing about it is it's very plasticky and I never really liked the look of it. And so I thought, as a modeler challenge, I'm probably going to try and give us some little improvisations. Like, for example, I'm going to give it a brass base instead of the plastic one, and then in hope of giving some extra weight, and then work out how to redo the fittings, because these ones have the W irons actually stuck to the plastic, to the sidebars. And also, annoyingly, I don't have the wheels, so I can't test to see how far they need to go. But yeah, I think my plan, what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to, depending on how well these work, I might have to cut these off and put some new W irons on. If you don't know what W irons are, it's these things, and that's what hold the wheels in place.
Well, you can see why they're called W irons.
Yeah.
Because it is basically a W.
Exactly, yeah.
Right, time to put the vacuum bags on, hopefully. What side of this? Trying to remember what side of the standard 4s the vacuum bag sits on. Hang on.
Okay, so Josh says I'm only here to look at how to improve my models. Well, if you think we're good, if we think we have the source, then really appreciate that, mate.
Standard 4. Mogul. No, not Mog. Mogul.
We try our best to be advanced, Josh. Okay, so what am I going to do?
Oh, the camera died.
Camera died, mate. I can still see you.
Yeah, it's still on. It just fell over. Where's Mike? He's running a bit late, so we've started ahead without him. He will be here.
Right. He's the guy you're just here to see, aren't you? Never mind everyone else.
Right, so the vacuum bags sit on the right-hand side of the coupling hooks.
It's also a very bad camera, so can you guys see what I'm doing? That's all. Right, so here I'm just testing out, just spacing out some spare wheels I have. Right. Okay. Let's have a look. Nope.
Oh dear. Dapple, you shame me. You've got the vacuum bags wrong.
Oh dear. Well, I'm hoping they've improved that in their O-gauge models. Some really amazing stuff.
The Dapple overall is quite good. It's just probably because it's an older kit and it came from Airfix rather than Dapple themselves.
Quite possibly. Unfortunately, it's like the one thing that what happens with a lot of these kits, if they're not done properly, is a test for the modeler to try and improve them.
Well, I'm just going to do it to how it is on the picture rather than how the real one is.
Have you got? Is it a cartoon picture, or is it?
It was a picture of the full size one.
Okay,
I think it was the mid-Hans ones I saw.
Oh yeah. It's important this fact. Dan, you're only 45 minutes from the Dapple factory. That's literally that's where I'd love to be right now.
Can you go to them and tell them they got this wrong for me?
Can you go to them to make? Can you ask them? Can you go to them and ask them to make O-gauge Thomas tank models? I know the license will cost a bit, but the profits will be so much more. Yeah.
He's running late because he's either eaten. Hang on, it keeps scrolling. Because he's eaten gas he normally does. Eaten as he normally does before broadcast or with the microphone. No, he's eating. Don't worry.
Yeah, he was running late today. He'll be here soon.
Right. So I've got the vacuum bag on the front. We just need to put the one on the back now. And in case anyone's wondering what a vacuum bag is, it's the train pipe. It's just another name for it. for the vacuum brakes. Now, what it doesn't show on the picture is where the rear vacuum bag goes. That's not good.
Hello, Flying Targets. How you doing, mate?
To sort the instructions.
You guys can't see what I'm doing. Don't worry. I'm just cutting away some excess plastic. Just need to be on these.
So what are you lads making? Well, I'm trying to finish off my standard 4 mogul, which I started a couple of weeks ago, and then I'm going to maybe start on this Fowler Showman's engine.
So is it? I think it's not ready. It's not ready painted or anything.
No, it's just like your typical Airfix model.
Oh, fair enough.
Or Dapple model. Ideally, I would like to paint it before I make it, but
Oh, you prefer to paint before you make them?
well, I would prefer to, because in some ways it's easier.
I don't know. I always tend to everything I do. I always tend to paint afterwards, but that's just me. That's just how I find it.
Well, I suppose it depends whether you spray or brush. If you're spraying, you'd be better to paint it first.
It's Dan saying he suggested that Hornby having the Lima O-gauge range should release them again as cheap introduction to O-gauge. That would be a good idea, actually. I mean,
was Lima and Hornby the same thing?
I think I can't remember. They were bought out in 2004. I mean, Lima bought out loads of other companies as well because they mostly did double O. The O-gauge range wasn't very big. I mean, I think they only made one steam engine, which was the 4F, which is this chap here. And there's only about 2 colours, I think. I think there's MS black and red, crimson. Crimson Lake.
It's just like the Model T Ford. You can have it in whatever colour you like as long as it's black.
Yeah.
And apparently Hornby own Lima, so there you go. To be fair, what's not owned by Hornby these days? Apart from Batman.
They own Bassett Look as well, don't they? Or do they?
Yeah. They own the name Bassett Look. Bassett Look isn't really the same company now, I don't think, as such.
Because they do sell some products.
Yeah, but I think it's just the same as in the name. It's not really the same company, if you know what I mean.
I understand.
They also own Airfix. They own Scalextrics. They own Corgi. They own Humbrol. Yeah. They own Rivarossi. What do they not own?
Oh yeah, because Lima bought Rivarossi out as well before.
So that's probably how they got their hands on Rivarossi then.
Yeah, because I've got I can't remember when they did it, but they did. Lima did buy them, or Lima. They did buy them out eventually. So they must have. And of course, when Lima got bought out, they must have gone with them. There's not really much information on Lima, to be honest. Like I've looked everywhere. There's all there is that Wikipedia page. So I've not been able to kind of really sort of get some big insights on the history. unless I send Hornby a message. I probably might send Hornby a letter at some point and just say, hey, I'd like to know some more information about Lima. I'm interested in doing a video with them.
Well, what was the story with Mainline?
Mainline. Unfortunately, I don't know.
I think they had something to do with Bachmann, but I could be wrong.
Quite possibly. I mean, they do seem same kind of quality, but yeah.
Do Hornby own Dinky Toys? I don't think Dinky Toys is a thing anymore. I think it. Well, if Hornby do own them, they certainly don't use the brand. Dinky Toys died a death when the likes of Matchbox and Corky came along. Mainline was purchased by Bachmann, and I thought something like that happened. Because if you think about it, Bachmann also has branch lines, so it sort of makes sense. The branch line range.
That's the one sad bad about going to Rogage. You can't really buy from them anymore. I haven't got anything double O since, I'd say, 2011, I think.
And then, of course, you've got Bachmann Spectrum, which is the American stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Who else is knocking about out there? Well, there's Helgen and V-Trains as well.
Helgen, I'm not gonna lie, their stuff is really good. I mean, their O-Gauge A3 and A4s that come out. I've had mixed reviews about them, but they're actually pretty cheap. You know, they do sell their products really cheap. Usually, you can get like an A3 and A4 for about $1,000 or something, over $1,000 of that sort. But selling them at like £700.
I've sort of been tempted more than once by the Bayer Garrett, but I've not bought any.
Yeah, I've been tempted by the A3, but there again, I'm doing 1920, so ideally I'd want an A1, which is the earlier.
Well, the A3s did appear in 1927-28. So
yeah, of course they did, didn't they? I mean,
and then all the A1s were rebuilt.
Yeah.
Well, they weren't all rebuilt to A1s because Thompson rebuilt one of them, but that's a different story.
Yeah. So Martin's a better person to talk to about that, I think.
I know Thompson is a controversial person, but I don't think he was nearly as bad as what people think. I think, as far as his locomotive designs were concerned, I think apart from anything else, he meant well.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate that it turned the way it did. You know, everyone has the intention of starting.
Yeah, well, you see, I actually think, as Simon says, his Pacifics were quite good. It's just that, well, one of the things about them is they're not the prettiest engines.
I don't know. I think they look quite strong. I don't know. They look quite good to me.
But I think it's also the fact that several of his engines were rebuilds of Gresley engines, and I think people get more annoyed with that than they should because, well, Gresley rebuilt engines, and so did Stanier and Douglas Marsh and all them.
Definitely, yeah. Good. Douglas Marsh, Lawson Billington.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like the P2s, I'm not going to get too much into it, but as good as the P2s looked, they weren't really that good an engine. And ultimately, that's why they were rebuilt.
Yeah.
Because I think the other thing you have to remember with Thompson is he was chief mechanical engineer in the war, so he was very limited on what he could do. I mean, like, for instance, the B1s had fabricated axle boxes rather than cast. So,
Okay.
because at the end of the day, the foundries were taken over by the war effort. So, you know, we tend to forget that during the war they just couldn't do things that they normally could. So,
No, exactly. I was just
they just had to make do and mend, as it were.
Yeah, I mean, think of it like, you know, if you look at back on during the Marsh period in the London, Brighton, South Coast days, you know, a lot of engines were literally, you know, as soon as they finished overhaul, they were literally brought straight back into traffic, and they weren't even painted properly. They were just painted in like a red oxide livery. Well, not livery, just painted in red oxide.
The other thing is that what we have to remember is that when Thompson became chief mechanical engineer, the LNER was running with so much pre-gripped stuff.
Yeah.
And very little of it was standardized. So his aim was to modernize and standardize, a bit like what Stanier and Colt did.
Yeah.
But someone there just brought up the thing about Great Northern. There's a bit of a story to the Great Northern rebuild. He didn't choose Great Northern. It was chosen for him, so...
Yes, I'm just trying to find my tools here. Sorry, mate.
No worries.
Right.
I mean, I get why some people are a bit antsy about him, but apparently, as far as Great Northern was concerned, he didn't choose Great Northern. He was given Great Northern, and just went with it. He didn't think any more of it. And to be fair, at the time, Great Northern wasn't such a significant engine. You know, that's what we forget. That some engines we think are significant now weren't so back when they were in everyday traffic. I mean, like the E2 class, did anyone really think the E2s were so special in the 1960s?
They weren't.
You know, no one thought that, and that's why they were all scrapped.
Yeah.
It's only within the last 20 years that anyone really wanted one.
Yeah, because it's named after one engine. You want to know that engine is?
Yeah. He who shall not be named. It's got a similar name to you.
Sorry?
It's got a similar name to you.
Yeah. Not by choice.
Yeah.
I think all the good names were taken.
And I don't mean to be preaching on about Thompson, but I think in the interest of being fair, things like that should be pointed out.
Okay.
Like, there's no denying his B1s were a good design. And and then Peppercorn came along, and his engines were essentially the same as Thompson's anyway. So
they do look similar. Well, that's the thing that normally happens when when you take over from the latest engine, you have to kind of follow on the same design, really. So I think.
Well, the main difference with the Thompson engines as opposed to Gresley's engines was where he put the cylinders. That's it.
Yeah.
Same with Thompson, just different cylinder positions, and that was it. Heisler's arrived.
Hi, Matt. How you doing?
What's his name? Matt?
Max,
right. His L1 and O1s were pretty good too.
Max was on last week. He showed us showed us the layout, which is amazing.
Wave. Hi.
Hello. Oh, you, not us.
No.
Where's my square?
Yeah. But Mary Hampton just said there the L1s and O1s were pretty good as well, and I think that's the other thing we tend to forget, that Thompson designed other engines, not just the Pacifics and the B1s.
Exactly. Yeah, I think that's.
And if you want to be pedantic, the O1s were really Robinson O4s. But at the end of the day, I understand why he rebuilt those, because most of them were cream crackered, I think is the politest way to put it.
And then the hateful is coming.
Yeah, we're doing all right. Max, Michael will be here shortly, hopefully. He's left us on our own, and I think that was a mistake.
I think we get on better without him.
I'm missing a footstep. That's not good.
Okay, so I've lost my square connecting the device.
Find it. So what else has been happening? Well, it's Halloween next week, so
Oh God, yes.
we need to be in costume. But as I said last time, I'm scary enough as it is.
What do you think of it? We're only going to show our hands, so just going to make sure they're wearing like special gloves or something, or just painted a different colour.
Well, huh?
Right.
Give us some dirt on Michael so that when he comes back, I think if we did that, we wouldn't be coming back on again.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, what we should point out is that I think he is listening to us, so we need to behave.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you can't see him doesn't mean he's not there. Do you want to answer that one about Nux?
What's that, sorry?
Dan was asking about Knuckles. Do you want to answer that?
I just saw that question. Sorry?
No, Dan was asking, I've noticed Knuckles has not been on a while. Is he okay? Do you want to answer that one?
Oh, sorry, yeah, I was just modelling. Yeah, no, he's fine. He's just been, he's not been modelling for it lately. He's been doing, mostly working, I think. So, give it probably a few weeks. Give us a time. He'll probably come back at some point. He's fine. We've spoken to him the other night. He's just not able to. He's just not able to come on tonight. But we do hope to have him back as a regular very soon.
And yes, Mike, we do know that you can see us all.
Yes.
That's why we're behaving for once. Now,
I'm struggling for my square. I mean, my square is basically I'm trying to cut a base for my wagon, but I have to make sure I got it straight.
I've run into a slight problem. I've noticed there's two different sets of footsteps for the tender, but I'm not sure which one goes where.
You got what, sorry? You got two different sets. You got two different sets of
Yeah, two different sets of footsteps. Let me see if I can show you.
Well, if you look on the, can't you look on the picture? Can't you just look on? Can't you go online? Can't you look at a picture? Of
It doesn't show you in that much detail.
Right.
Might be able to work it out. Oh, that photo's low resolution. It's no good.
Well, can't you just improvise?
Don't worry. I think I've worked it out.
10 minutes later, I haven't.
10 minutes later. Well, this is well and truly broke.
Sorry, guys, so we'll be back shortly.
I find it slightly creepy that Dan sort of thinks he knows everything about what Michael's doing at the moment. Even though Michael is clearly not on.
Let's see. Well, we did mention it earlier, didn't we? I think.
Well, I don't think we said it was Chinese. Fish! Fish. I don't actually like fish.
You don't like fish?
No.
Oh, I'd fish there. It was amazing. Well, it was amazingly hot, but yes, amazing. Right, so I've not got my square. I can't. So I've not got a way of leveling up. Oh, sorry.
Well, I've got squares, but I don't think technology allows me to send it to you.
No. That was very pointless now, wasn't it? Right.
Chipping night tomorrow for you, AC. Well, as it happens, I had chips and sausages tonight, so.
Just have to improvise a bit here.
How can you be from the UK and not like fish? It's very easy. I just don't like fish.
You don't have to be from the UK and you don't have to like fish from the UK.
Besides, I'm in the wrong island for the UK anyway, so.
Yeah. Find enemy lines.
Oh, Max is having fish right now. For talk.
So this is like fish supper tonight, isn't it? Fish night.
My vacuum pipe has just come off.
Oh.
Read that however you want to.
Okay, your vacuum pipe has come off.
Yes.
Alright, so I might have to do it this way then.
I've often wondered what it would be like to be the driver of a fish train. I suppose when you're traveling along, it's not so bad because you're leaving the smell behind.
Yeah.
It's the guard that would be second.
It's probably a good thing during Corona. He can just wear his mask and cover the smell.
Yeah.
That's a very stupid remark, but hey.
Well, I suppose nowadays with refrigerated wagons, it's all sealed anyway, so...
Yeah. Anyway, who's that?
Get off Facebook.
Just out, right, okay. Right, next time, note to self, find more squares.
I've heard fish trains are quite risky in winter. Well, at least it keeps it cool, I suppose. I'm just trying to figure out how we got onto fish. Oh, wait, we were talking about
Yeah, talking about Michael.
fish suppers. Chip suppers, aye.
Okay, so I'm hoping
Problem with food talk is it makes you hungry.
this might. Okay, so this hasn't worked properly. So what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to get a jig. Hold on. Okay.
Apparently, Dan has a trick about squares.
Sorry?
Apparently, Dan, Cymru boat guy, he was suggesting a trick about squares. Hang on. Measure
Okay.
one side and mark 3 centimeters, then turn 90 degrees. Well, the other suggestion is just use something that you know is square.
Oh yeah, it's just
Like my head.
yeah. That too doesn't help because you're an island.
Well, it's hardly my fault.
Okay, so I can't find my clamp, so I'm going to have to improvise.
Try it, Chris. Hang on. No, it doesn't work. My head's not square enough.
You didn't actually try, did you? It's not going to work anyway. Right, this just might work. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, put that there, and just see if I can just might work. No.
The problem with using your head is that you can't see what you're doing. Well, this is true. The problem is you could use your head for measuring, but then how do you see what you're measuring?
So this is not ideally how I'd like to do it. So this is the next best I can think of in terms of using a square, which is to hold a ruler in the right place. I'm not looking forward to this. This could go horribly wrong. Well, fingers crossed it won't, but not done. That's the thing about modelling in general. Is all some of it is either goes to plan, the rest of it is based on improvisation. So what I've done is I've clamped the ruler, which is straight, and the brass to the table. And with this prescriber, I'm just carefully marking where I thought going. And then I'm going to slowly start digging into the brass so I can cut the shape I want.
Yeah, improvisation. Yes, plan A or rule A, always have a plan B and all that.
Well,
failure is always an option,
yes.
whether you like it or not. That was the one thing that Adam Savage always said, failure is always an option.
Yeah, you said that.
Yeah. I know I said it. Am I not allowed to emphasize?
Okay, fine.
Tom has been a smartass. Oh, smartass.
Okay, hello, Step the Blue Bar Engine. How are you doing?
Oh, it's my friend.
Oh, okay.
He must be glad that I'm back on.
Anyway, change perfect. So what's have you found out what steps are for yet, or?
Yeah, I've got it sorted. Oh.
Hey, sorry about that.
Hello.
Hey, sorry, mate.
That's
Got,
all right. Good to see you.
Had so much stuff. I had quite a bit of stuff to get sorted out there. So
We forgive you.
Okay, fine. So what did I miss? Did I miss much?
Not very much. You just missed us talking about Thompson and engine rebuilds and just general tomfoolery.
Oh, good. Nothing important then.
Yes.
Anyway, so hang on. I'll just get my camera on for a bit. Just be nice. Hello, folks.
Hey.
Back at last. Sorry.
Keep calm. I'm building a model railway. Or no, wait, I'm building.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I got this made some time back. But yeah, sorry guys, sorry I'm late. So a lot of them had quite a bit of stuff sorted out with stuff at home and other bits and bobs. So, but yep, I'm here at last, and thanks Tom for covering for me whilst I was away.
A wild Michael appears.
Yes.
He is wild.
Challenge you to a Pokemon fight. Anyway.
Okay, well, so what will you be working on today?
Well, Mr. Tom, the Blue Pioneer, I am going to be working on a tugboat from Langley Models.
Oh, a tugboat.
Yeah, hang on a sec.
I hope it's a steam tug.
Hang on, Dan's just asked me, before you start, how's Toby coming along? No progress has been done to him yet, because I'm still waiting on the brass sheet to arrive, but it just I got a parcel in the post today, which is the brass sheet. So probably maybe week after next week I'll do another Toby build on that. There we'll cover the underframe. So see how we go from there. But anyway, I'll just swap camera for a sec, so you guys can see what model I'm making. Okay.
I couldn't put my square, so I had to improvise, unfortunately.
He kept Chris tame. Yeah. We'll see
Yes.
about that.
Steady on that. Okay, so so this is actually an N-gauge kit that I bought because well, it's the only kit that they actually had of a tugboat where you can get the full tugboat that I'm looking for, and it's decent price, I must admit. So I did have a picture of it somewhere, but it's got lost in a big mound of paperwork. So I'll tell you what. I'll get a picture of it online here and just show it on the stream.
To be fair, that's probably the easiest way.
Yeah.
Star Wars reference coming up. Stephanie, make 10 cents. This is not Ben. This is Michael. By the way, where is Ben?
He was going to be on the stream tonight, but he was working late there these evenings.
Wow.
So I told him just to give this week a rest. Yeah, give him a rest this week.
Fair enough.
So he deserves it. He deserves the rest.
Sure, he's a key worker.
Of course.
Key workers deserve a rest every now and again.
But hopefully he should be back next week. I should have a piggy up here.
But one thing I should have learned from last time is to bring bloody drills.
But you don't.
No, because I don't learn.
No, you don't.
I learn when it's too late.
Yeah. Okay, when you're live.
Okay, I'm just getting the pic here. Just bear with me. Even though there are two bears behind me. Right.
And in case you hear squeaking, that's
Hey, sir, hope the drill's on. As it says, hope the drill's on bloody. Well, they were after Chris used them.
The carpet gods tried to claim something of me, but I got it back.
Ha.
You will not get it tonight. Now, in case you're wondering, if you're hearing a squeak, that's Father playing with our dog Izzy. So.
Okay.
So if you find it annoying, I'm afraid there's not much I can do about it.
You just have to live with it.
Dan, thank you for offering. If you would like to send us a message after the stream, we'll get in contact with us after the stream. We'll try and put you in sometime.
Okay, there's a picture of the tugboat that I'm making here, just so you guys know.
Oh yeah.
Lee.
Well, it's not going to be called that name. It's going to be called something else, though. But I'll work on a name. So, anyway.
I'll give you £5 if you name it after me.
No.
£10.
No.
Heat.
$1 million.
Be serious, Chris.
It's not bad name for a actually. Heat.
Well, Heat. Heat Lee.
Anyway,
Heat Lee the tug.
Anyway, most of this here is just like white metal parts, and this bit is just solid resin, so...
To be fair, I've been tempted to do a white metal kit, but I'd need to get a soldering iron capable of it.
Well, yeah, so you can use like super glue if need be, like though. But you know, if you want to be more ambitious, you could always use soldering
Just
iron.
be aware, Chris. It's quite. You're better off using a low heat soldering iron with low melt solder.
Yeah,
Get it, but you'd be better off getting like one of those like temperature controlled
Adjustable
ones.
soldering stations.
Yeah, because I've seen you can get those on like Amazon and stuff there, and they're actually quite good.
it's just because there are traction engine kits out there in white metal that might be interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I got mine fairly cheap. You can and I've had it for about 2-3 years now. And it's still working. It's, I call it the best investment I've got.
Bit of a strange.
Lucas will pay you £50 or $50 if you name it after him. What's the current exchange rate?
Well, I'm gonna try. Well, to be honest, I'm actually gonna make it into the tugboat you see in the illustration from the Flying Kipper. Try and make it look like that one. So, I just need to get a reference image here for me to work off. Oh, yeah. Well, you don't really see that a bit much in Flying Kipper, but could probably find some other way of getting a pic of it. Let's see.
What? Don't be taking my instructions.
I think the one maybe he's seen in Percy the Small Engine might do. Let's see how that goes. Anyway. Oh. Had better pictures of it there on the instructions I could have shown you guys. Never mind.
Okay. And it's going to be a stand-in prop, sort of thing.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Yeah, I'm gonna use it in Thompson Engines actually as one of the, as like a background prop because it's engaged. Like I can use it for distance shots. Right. Guess over God I know exactly how this goes together. Trust me, the version.
Right, okay, and I've also found my clamp. Okay, so I've got a bit of guideline to follow.
Yeah, I think me and Tom have pretty much talked about everything now, so.
Alright.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think if there was anything new to talk about, but.
To be honest, I've been so busy trying to find my square. I'm not really feel like I've done it all this night. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll try and I'll see if I can come up with it. Oh yeah. Folks in the chat there, you'll know I mentioned the other week there that we've now finally got a studio now to film Thompson Engines in. Yesterday the electrician has been in and we've now got power into the studio at long last.
Fantastic.
And this weekend we're just going to see about getting everything all sorted out and get everything all transferred over. Give the place a bit of a coat of paint, just to make it all look presentable. Get the stuff moved over, and then we can start filming. Probably week after next, actually. So.
Do you want me to do any wall paintings for you?
Nah, I don't think so.
Oh, you couldn't afford my prices anyway.
It's because you can't even think of the prices. And besides, you would only paint traction engines on it.
No, paint railway engines, just not with faces.
Well, I might not actually want the walls have like murals on them. Might want something else on them. Let's see. Is there anything I should put this in just to keep it still?
So, do me a favour.
Sorry.
Can you do me a favour? How can I do it? I'm going to be doing some soaring, so could you just turn my sound off?
Yeah, hold on.
Go through it, guys.
I thought he could turn it off himself.
I thought that too.
I thought he could turn his sound off by just stop talking. Oh, nah. That's very mean of me.
Yes. It was.
No. Apparently, $50 is equivalent to £43. So someone's going to give you £43 for you to name the tug after them.
Standard Blue engine. Are the engines in branch lines going to have faces? Yes, they're going to have faces. So.
But to be fair, I think it would be a bit strange if they could talk and didn't have faces.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So all the engine characters in branch lines they're going to be brand new models that are made specifically for the film. And yeah, so they're only going to be used specifically for film use only, and for like if I need to make any videos or something or whatever with them. But yeah, my Rev and Audrey ones, they're not going to be used for the film, or would they? We'll just have to find out and see. Aye, what is all these for? I will never know.
It's one of life's mysteries.
Damn, use the studio for next week's stream as a test. We could report back with echoes, etc. So that when it comes to filming, you're already aware of any issues. I would do that, but there's no Wi-Fi down there or any internet connection down there, so it's a bit of a no-go then.
Right. I made a bit of a cock up here because...
Already? Again?
Well, you know how I was having problems with the pony truck pin?
Well,
I just found out that was actually the pin for the draw hook for the tender. So I'm going to have to make a pin here myself.
good.
So this is scratch building.
But we had the scratch building stream last week.
You didn't invite me on.
But that's because we had other people on.
I'll have to be on next week because it's Halloween and you need something scary.
Yeah.
Nothing comes much scarier than me.
I know you just said that.
Am I echoing for you, or is it just me?
Just you.
Because everything I say at the moment, I can hear myself repeating, so...
Have you got the stream open on a different thing?
I've just got the stream up on what I'm using to read the chat.
Okay, whatever.
Oh my god, my girlfriend walked in and saw what Tom is doing and was shocked until I explained that he was cutting brass with a saw. That must have been dodgy.
Oh. That's probably Tom finished now with the saw. Now you finished. Good.
Yes. And then answer to your question, yes, I could have done it myself. I just didn't. This has been a weird day for me. I'm very sorry, guys.
It's a weird day for everybody, I think.
You're not alone, Tom.
Right. So basically, what I was basically sawing off was a flat piece of brass so I can make the base, because I wanted to have some weight, this wagon, because this is all plastic. I thought it might work better if I used a piece of brass, and then use some white metal fittings underneath.
Right.
So the actual shell itself, the plank, the wooden planks around the side will just be this plastic bit. But the base will be this.
Ah, Ben's in the chat. I spy a tugboat.
He does.
I spy someone skiving. No joking. You should be at work. Here.
No, he should be on the stream, but he's too tired.
I know, I'm just wondering. Hope you're doing well, Ben.
Yeah.
Next thing we know, he'll be begging to come on the stream.
Well,
Yeah, it's not like we're doing.
how do you think he'll be begging?
Well, he'll be asking.
He might not be.
We'll see.
Dan, what did your girlfriend think I was cutting?
I know.
Fish? You what fish? What fish?
I wonder where the fish has gone.
Inspector, can you see fish?
Oh my!
Yes, Dan, I read that.
I think Ben gets the reference I was referring to.
Which is also another opportunity for me to show you how to solve the white metal, if I get around to it.
So what are you going to dress up as next week, then?
I might do. Ooh.
Actually, why don't we just save it until next week? Then we can
Oh well,
surprise
make it a surprise then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna disguise my hands to like Michael's hands.
Well, like giant size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got these big gloves. I could just paint them pink or something, and put fingernails on the
What's that character from? What's that character from the Neverending Story? He's just like the stone was it the Stone King or whatever? He's just going, big strong hands. That big.
Oh,
To be honest, I think if you're going to pretend to be Michael, you need to dress up as Sonic.
Chris, I've done. I'm past that stage now.
Tank Engine 97. How you doing, mate? Or Dom, if that's your name, mate. How you doing? Sorry, I don't know your own name. Right, that's not square. Let's have a look.
I a square would help, but you can't
I know.
find it.
Really annoys me. I only got the one. I should buy more. I'll make that a note for my next. So, have any of you guys, despite lockdown, you got any plans for Halloween?
Nope.
Well, my niece is doing like a wee disco thing, so herself, so she wants the family and all to come
Oh,
along to there. So I'm making up a wee playlist.
how about you guys in the chat? We've got Halloween.
So, Michael, will you be painting the tugboat yellow? The answer is yes.
No, it won't be. It won't be in red. It will be in yellow.
To be
Mind you, the option. There was an option though for getting David Binn's tugboat featured in Brass Engines. I actually was going to see about maybe finding a way of incorporating it in, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm still trying to see about getting the model made. I mean, you can get a 3D print version of it, like, but just having trouble trying to get it printed.
But no, Tom was asking about doing anything for Halloween. To be honest, I'm not a big Halloween person.
No, you never dress up as anything.
I'm scary as I am, that's why.
To Dominic Rogers, what's him? He's commented a lot on my YouTube videos, so it's good to sort of call you by proper name.
I'm really looking forward to the fireworks and the dogs going absolutely bonkers because of it.
Didn't know you were into that sort of thing, Chris.
It would be if Tom found it, Dan.
Wait, the UK is in lockdown again? Yep.
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 In certain areas.
The shops are still open, but technically we are in lockdown, even though it's not really lockdown, but it is lockdown, but it isn't.
All right. Don't confuse everybody like Boris did.
He's gone to work. He's not gone to work. He's staying at home. He's not staying at home.
You must stay at home, but go to work.
Go to work.
What?
But don't go to work. Stay at home.
Stay at home. No, go to work.
And I think that's why we're in this mess in the first place, but let's not go there.
No, I think it's because
we weren't planning on going there, but you're sort of bringing us there anyway.
I'm pretty sure a lot of it's because everyone went back to uni for stuff.
Oh God!
I'm glad I'm out of uni.
Well,
I'm glad I never went.
I'm pretty sure if it was me, I probably would have just stayed at home because I wouldn't have risked getting it again or something.
Uni days were just terrible. They're not interested in any work you're doing. When they find out you're doing work, they say, "Oh, you're working, so that means you got a bit of money." Then I was like, "Yeah, and." Oh, well, sure, would you be interested in a bit of a partnership here? No way, I came for you guys to help. You guys weren't interested, so I went on my own, and now I'm doing good. I'm doing all right for myself, and you guys are looking in. No way, you can find your own victim, not me.
Find your own victim.
Nothing else, yes. And then they choose their times to submit working for class. In fact, they don't even tell you that there's a class on as well. I only found within about half an hour or so that a class was starting. I live about 2 hours away from my uni, so I had to find some way to get over there as quick as possible.
Trains usually quite quick.
Aye, but unfortunately I missed the last.
Yeah, but
I'd missed the last one.
And to be fair, where in Northern Ireland can you go by train anyway? There's very few places, I'm afraid.
Right, okay.
Oh yeah, by the way, Chris, did you hear somebody on YouTube actually listen to all of Miniature Railway Adventures during their time on lockdown?
Never heard that.
Yeah, they actually started from our very first version of Such a Lost Engine to
Which was terrible.
Yeah, I will admit, yeah. Well, be fair, what was your idea to include Dr. Robotnik?
Let's not go there. Mary Hampton, I'm stuck at uni. Oh, God.
Get out while you still have a life.
Yeah, well, it's mainly the fact that the students are all being locked in their dorms at the moment.
I never had a dorm.
My sister's one of them.
I've been working all through lockdown. We know you have, Ben. You're a good boy.
Yeah, so have I.
What's wrong with Dr. Robotnik? Nothing's wrong with Dr. Robotnik, but it was the...
It was basically it was basically like when at the very start of it, like when we were planning it there, I had a different story plot to go, and I was reading it through to Chris on the school bus, and to which point when I was
Yes, it was that long ago.
Yes, but anyway, I just got to the bit like where it got to the stage where we were about to ask my cousin Corpse that to help us out. To which point Chris then suddenly just says, "Oh, let's go and help Dr. Robotnik." I was like, "Wait, what?" Because it was during the time. It was during the time, like where YouTube poops were now becoming a thing, and Robotnik was like one of the main features on it. So we had to include him somewhere in the thing. So we're like, so against my wishes, I had to insert him in and find some way of making the joke work. And back then, our avatars, we were like Sonic characters or something. I don't know. There was a phase going all the time. We just played along. And yeah.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah. What's the if you ever want to hear a proper version of Such a Lost Engine, listen to the remake. Listen to the remake one I did in 2015. It's way more better.
So who was this person? Do you know him? The person that listened through all our stories. Do you know him?
No, he's a new person. He's a new viewer. So, but he concluded the watching of the series with a comment saying these are fantastic stories. So we got another viewer. Thank God.
You need to finish the one you're working on now.
I know.
I've
got so much. I've got so much other work to do. Just putting all the basic stuff.
Lucas Nolan, you have the controller.
What?
I'm just reading the comments. Lucas Nolan's going into track control for Halloween.
Nice.
I've nearly finished this pin that I've been making. The most difficult bit is making it round, funnily enough. This is where a lathe would be nice. Well, I have got one, but I'm not going to go into the workshop at this time. I think that would be a bit antisocial.
Yeah, but the shed's in the back garden, is it not?
Not if you have a stuffed toy in your place.
Sorry?
Not if you have a stuffed animal in your place. We can just talk to the stuffed animal instead. Where you're at the workshop.
Oh yes, that reminds me. In Michael's office, he's got a basil brush stuffed toy just sitting there. Just
really?
Yeah, it just stares at us, and we're like, yeah.
Yeah.
Basil brush.
Yeah. Yeah, and it sits across from his bed, so when he's trying to sleep, he he's just got this basil brush
Why don't you
staring
just
at him.
Why don't you just say every item that's in my room, Chris? Why don't you just mention? Just
Oh, well,
go
there's a
through it?
lamp as well.
Oh, freak. Here he goes.
Is he wearing is it your brother brush? Has he got a grey coat on by chance?
No, it's one of it was one of those new ones, like when the new series came out.
Right, okay.
My parents got me it, so.
I was wondering because my sister had one of those.
All right.
No, it appeared briefly in the trailer.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just went like, I see you've got basil brush. Yeah, he just sits there and doesn't do nothing. No, he looks a bit stuffed. Yeah, he hasn't been the same since he left television. Oh, I've just noticed one of the comments from Ben. Yes, Pingus!
Yeah, that's wait, that's that's.
I thought that meme would have been dead by now.
Yeah. No, it's there was it started with the dads. Now the kids are following it. Now it's
Yep. What have you guys done?
And it was Ben's birthday a couple of days ago, wasn't it?
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
You may as well say happy birthday to him now.
I didn't. Yeah.
Happy belated birthday, Ben.
I'm pretty sure I did. I would have said happy birthday on you, but if I didn't, many happy returns, mate.
Basil Brush, I can trump that. I have a Kermit the Frog replica and started building the Big Bird replica.
Jeez.
Yeah, Dan, I think yeah, I don't know what to say to that, to be honest.
Just don't say anything.
Well, you know, that would be a very good idea, me not saying anything, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am more than just an old fart.
You're a young fart.
I feel like Brother Brush. Sorry, I feel like Brother Brush ripped off Doctor Who.
Wait,
Because
what?
they're
Doctor Who?
Yeah, because they both offer jelly babies.
No, Doctor Who. Who? That's the one.
No, I think it's the.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
I think that I don't know. I mean,
Anyone got any jellies?
I think the joke you mean, Chris, is like where in Chuckle Vision he just says like, I could be a Time Lord like that Doctor Chappie. Who? That's the one.
Yep, that one.
Yeah, that's the one you mean.
Not the Postman Pat one. That was funny.
I just remembered that one scene out of Chuckle Vision that we used to reference. Excuse me, I don't you from somewhere.
You might
Yes,
do.
yes, you might do. I think I remember seeing you at the railway station. Yes. Oh, of course, it's Thomas the Tank Engine. No.
No.
And then he continues to go on through all these different people, and then
He says it was the.
Why did you say that?
it was in one of the
It was
Chuckle Vision
it was the episode. I think it was called "The Hunt for Chalky White."
Oh, they have to look for Chalky White. Chalky White? You're Chalky White.
Okay, fair enough.
Sweet as the light that's chalky white light.
And he thinks the guys look like Thomas the Tank Engine.
No, he looks like an angel.
Basically, it's a parody of this thing they used to do in the Daily Mirror, where they would get this one fella to go out in public, and he would be probably mentions exactly where it is he's at or what he could be wearing, and people have to try and guess where he is or guess who it is.
Oh, right, got you.
And they have to say, and they have to say, I think the rhyme goes, "Bless my soul, it's chalky white" or something or other. To which point, if it is chalky white, he would reveal it's him, and they would get £10 or 10 shillings.
I get you.
Yeah, well, they go to the railway station first where he's dressed up as a clock or something like that, and then...
Yeah, it was all part of like the clues. The clues is all in the newspaper.
And then when they do find him, the brothers actually sit either side of him without knowing it's him.
Yeah, but then Barry just catches on. He's like, "Oh,
Yeah, well, Paul goes off to look somewhere else, and then Barry just goes like, "Excuse me, but do I know you from somewhere?" Yes,
You might do.
yes, you might.
you might do."
I think I remember seeing you at the railway station. Yes, yes, of course. It's Thomas the Tank Engine. No. And then he tells Barry to look in the newspaper, and he sees some sort of advert.
You might as well recite
What
the
you
whole
think?
episode. You might as well recite the whole episode, Chris, because you seem to know it all by heart.
We're gonna get done.
I've got quite a good memory.
Are you sure?
About certain things, I'm not so good when it comes to other things.
I know. I mean, yeah, I know. Because I remember one time I asked you for that tenner I lent you 5 years ago, and you says I don't remember. You can give me a tenner. So it's some memory you have.
That's because I never gave you a tenner. That was my twin that you got it off.
You don't have a twin.
You don't know that?
I bet your twin's got a really posh voice as well.
Oh yes.
How much?
It's like,
He sounds exactly
how
like
much-
Prince Charles.
How much?
they'll be like, hey, Chris, where's my tenner? Do you know? I've got no idea.
I have no idea.
That'll be really-
Yeah, my twin just sounds exactly like Prince Charles. It's uncanny.
That was a really bad impression of you, Mike. I'm so sorry.
Looks like Prince Charles as well.
Complete with ears.
Well, it could be worse. He could look like Prince Philip.
How's that worse?
I don't know. It's
At least-
Chris has it.
At least Prince Phil can get. Nice one.
Chris has a twin. Oh God, there's two of them.
I know.
Yes.
That is a frightening thought.
Oh god, there's a trailer for a horror film. Night of the Living Chris's.
A few Casey Juniors coming down the track.
Oh God.
Casey Juniors.
To be honest, the way I got that name is a bit confusing. One is bad enough. That is true.
Yeah.
In case you're wondering, no, I'm not named after the engine from Dumbo.
You're
I
named after the character from the black and white TV series of Casey Jones.
Casey Jones? No, I'm not going to sing. We don't need a copyright strike.
No.
Casey Jones.
Yes, him.
Mind you, I do remember you showing me a clip of it one time.
I look nothing like Alan Hale.
No. But yeah, I think there was the one clip you showed me there was basically of some guy getting killed. I was like, okay, Casey Jones, somebody dies.
Swing very cheerful. Yeah, very positive. People who die.
No, what happened was I wanted to call my YouTube channel Casey Jones, but the name was already taken. So tried Casey Jr. Available. So, but it's nothing to do with the train out of Dumbo. I've only recently seen the live version of the Casey Jr. and Dumbo, and it's creepy.
Well, to be honest, it was directed by Tim Burton, so what do you expect?
Yeah, I mean, the locomotive has a face, yet it doesn't talk, it doesn't do anything. You know, it's just creepy. Well, it does do something that moves, but that's besides the point.
So that's why. You now don't want to talk about Thompson Engines.
He does, doesn't he? He was like, all aboard, let's go.
But you,
Yeah, but he doesn't do that in the live action version.
Right.
He
Here's
just...
a fact. Right,
Go
go
on.
ahead. No, you go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
You go ahead.
You go ahead!
You go ahead!
I didn't really have anything to say. Just go ahead.
Anyway.
You guys are literally the best comedy duo, I think. No.
Yes, I'm Hardy, he's Laurel.
This is comedy? This is... For us, this is small talk. If we wanted to do a comedy, like we would put a bit more effort into it.
Great Jesus.
But what were you going to say?
Ben saying, "Will someone just go ahead?" Anyway, okay,
right, ladies, put your handbags down and all that.
Right, are you finished now?
Yes.
Right. What I was going to say was, are you sure you're finished now?
Yes.
Good. What I was going to say was...
Well, actually... I'm messing with you. Go ahead.
Actually, can I say something? No, I'm joking.
No, you can't.
Shut the fuck up.
Anyway, I was going to say that Casey Jr. was actually voiced by a lady.
That doesn't surprise me.
Just thought I'd mention it, like, that's all I wanted to know. But you can...
Well, Casey can be a girl's name.
True. But, yeah, if you ever see the Disney film The Reluctant Dragon, you actually do see, like, a behind the scenes of Casey Jr.
Yeah, that cartoon was strange. But then it is Disney, I suppose.
Reluctant Dragon.
Yeah, like...
Yeah, but it's the behind the scenes.
Yeah, most of it is all like it just goes like it shows you like a tour of the making of Disney films, and that there before we actually do see the actual Reluctant Dragon.
I tell you what, it was quite cool to see how they made the films back then.
Yeah, because I mean, like when they showed Casey Jr., it was basically just showing you the Foley of the productions, how they make all the sound effects. And the one thing I did like, though this always made me laugh really, was there's a scene in the film that they played where Casey Jr. is trying to beat a ferry boat.
I suppose.
It was a ferry boat to a raised and girder bridge. The whistle's all blowing off there. The bridge can't make up its mind whether to open or close or whatever. And Casey goes over the bridge, he wins over, and he sinks the boat. And the sound effect they used for the boat sinking was basically some guy literally just threw his head into a tank of water and nearly choked himself to death.
Coughing and spluttering.
Yeah, nearly choked himself to death, like in the whole thing. It was like, whoa. So,
but even the art department was quite impressive.
You get to see the Technicolor. In fact, that's actually funny. When they actually show you the Technicolor stage, like it starts
goes
off
all coloured.
Yeah, it starts off all in black and white, but when they go into the color room, they literally the whole thing just jumps on the screen like poof, color.
They even had the guy who played Donald Duck showing how to do it.
Because like he doesn't really make it that much of an appearance really in behind the scenes stuff. So I was very lucky to see him make an appearance.
And then of course, it wouldn't be a Disney thing without Walt appearing.
Yeah, he appears sometime. He appears sometime near the end.
Yeah, I think it was in the cinema but when they were about to watch The Reluctant Dragon.
Yeah.
Some voice actors get a bit self-conscious. Like I know I forgot her name, but the actress who plays Marge Simpson. Whenever she does the voice, she's never filmed doing it.
No,
if you watch interviews with the Simpson cast, you always see the other characters, but you never see Marge.
Aye, but you do see her in the what's behind the was it the artist studio where they get the cast out to do an interview,
Right.
and the girl who plays Marge was among them.
Okay. So Dan's saying the best comedy is also off the cuff and not planned.
That's true.
That's true. It's just not happened yet.
Yeah, we're still working on that. Yeah.
Well, like in that film Django, I know it wasn't a comedy, but when what's his name, Leonardo DiCaprio,
Yeah.
cut his hand, that he actually did that. That wasn't planned.
Yeah, that was an accident.
Yeah, but he kept with it anyway.
What was the other one? There was another one I saw.
Yeah, good on him for that. What I thought was quite sad for him is he still didn't win an Oscar for that, you know.
Oh wow. But like in a lot of these comedy shows and all, a lot of it isn't planned, it just happens. There was a comedy show in America, I can't remember what exactly it was, but they had this bit where they were filming, and the guy was to be thrown through a bookcase and then out the window, and the bookcase was like a collapsible prop,
Yeah.
But what happened was that someone came along and didn't realize it was a prop, thought it was a bit wobbly, and then they nailed it together.
Oh dear.
So the guy went through the thing and he was chucked out the window, but when it looked like he was knocked out, he actually got knocked out.
Ouch.
Wow.
Because he was then to reappear through a door and he never came through, and they were just a bit like, where is he? And then they realized that he was out for the count.
Jesus Christ.
Luckily he survived, but
Must try and find that. What is that take scene in the final item?
I can't remember. It's a very old thing. I wouldn't even know where to look to find it. It was that long ago.
Right. Okay.
I mean, if you listed American comedians, I probably could point them out, but
Oh, I remember that one. Let me see. I'll see if I can find that clip.
oh, you know the one I'm talking about?
No. It's one that Ben's just mentioned in the chat here. It's a puppet. Brian Conley. That's it. That's who it is. The Brian Conley Show. No, when playing I think it was called the characters playing Nick Frisbee and Larry the Loafer. Yeah.
And getting covered in resin dust here. That's not good.
No.
But it's not resin dust.
Well, it's plastic. It's near enough the same stuff.
You want to see resin dash? You see my bedroom. My workbench needs to be covered in like dried up bits of resin, where I made spilt thick.
Yeah.
I should really start on the Showman engine, but I'll leave that for next week. I want to finish this.
Actually, what are we going to do next week? What theme should we go for?
Well, I'm going to do the Filer Showman engine, so I'm sorted.
But will it fit with the theme?
I'm very sorry, guys. It's going to take me a lot longer than I thought it was going to.
What about non-railway related stuff for a change?
Okay.
Right.
That's well, you're doing a boat already, and Tom. Well,
I did a tree last week.
We could always
Fair
do
enough.
We could always do scenery.
but how would I fit a Fowler Showman engine into that?
Well, funny enough,
Make
I've got some
Make a
baseboard.
diorama.
Funny enough, I've actually just got a new baseboard made. I was going to do a diorama on that.
Actually, yeah, that's a good idea. Why don't we do dioramas?
Yeah.
I
don't know
need to order some stuff in. I'll see if I can do that.
I don't know if I can wait a week to do it.
Maybe. Well, we'll have a think about it. Oh yes, we should do that competition that we were meant to be doing with the kits. See who can build theirs the fastest.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
Mineral wagon or something like that.
Yes, that's what it was. Yeah, we were going to use the mineral wagon.
Specky Becky, or Spicy Becky. Sorry. Sorry, I'm late. Could I ask what kit is Michael making? He's making a tugboat.
It's a Langley Models tugboat kit. So I'm pretty much nearly done here. We're nearly ready for painting.
Dan's got a suggestion. How about a Halloween-based 12-foot diorama?
Well,
I don't have any Halloween stuff. That's the problem.
Well, the point of being modular is you make it.
well, I was thinking about maybe doing something Halloween related, but I don't know. Just can't think of
Well, I suppose I could make the Fowler Showman engine scary, but that's
You could always cut out Gavin's face and stick it on the front of the 4F if we want to scare it.
Well, I was thinking about maybe bringing the airbrush onto next week. So what about painting?
You want to shout it, fan?
Not sure how many people would.
It's building takes a thank
I've never made a puppet, so
You want to. The point of it is also.
no, he's referring. I think Dan's referring to, like, we use puppets to make the models in the next stream. So.
Well, it's funny you say that. It's funny you say that.
Well, oh god.
oh god, I'm scared for my life now. At what Tom's going to bring on.
Oh, I know what he's going to bring. He showed me this before.
Well, amazingly, I've made a new tender pin, so I'm happy.
there's our Halloween mascot
Oh
there.
god.
This is Casper.
What Casey? What? Make Casey Jr. Chris. You mean the you mean the one from the live action film? Maybe we'll see.
He means you.
Right.
Oh well, I'm scary as well.
In the right light.
So put some scribes in his hands. The brass sheet. What do you think of that? Think it's square?
The thing is, if we could.
Oh, not. Yay! Right, Casper.
Hello. Hello.
Hello and welcome to Modler's Corner. I'm here. My name is Casper and I'm here to help you with this here model.
You actually sound more like Heinz Doofenshmirtz.
He's quite good here. Oh, hello. My name is Dr. Heinz Doofenshmirtz.
Barry the Platypus, why did you knock down my door?
Barry the Platypus, why you keep breaking down my doors? Why did you knock first? It's not even locked. Oh,
This
jeez.
game. Oh God! I just turned around and saw this horrific thing.
I know it's your reflection.
All right, guys, but back to yourself.
Back to his padded cell.
Dawn, you'll be coming with us.
Come with us and you will.
And to any of you guys who have any phobia of like cartoon characters or like clowns and things like that, I'm very sorry.
It's actually a fact. I hate clowns.
Well, I'm not worried about you, but yeah.
I know you're not worried about me. Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing anything on the stream.
Yeah, I got it from Prague back 2009. Yeah, shortly after that, I went on the SIF trip to Wales. And yeah. Of course, Prague is quite well known for their marionettes. That's why I bought it. I wanted the scariest looking and the cartoonist, the colourful, and very cartoon-like I could find.
Who was that, Michael? Sounded like a mixed Welsh-Irish accent. I think he was talking about the Heinz Duckenschmerz thing.
Yeah.
It's meant to sound Dutch or something like that.
Yeah, I think he was from Dutch. I don't know. It's just
yeah. Sorry.
Tom didn't buy the puppet. He found him and hasn't.
It found him and has left him.
That's really spooky.
Yeah,
Well, that's my Halloween costume for next week.
I was going to suggest, why don't we do road vehicles for next weekend? If you could find a car kit or something.
Unfortunately, I haven't got any cars or anything, so.
I could probably find one.
It's just the Filer Showman engine. I would really love to do it, and it's trying to find a theme that it was set.
Yeah, we'll see.
I could do my own thing, I suppose. I'm a rebel.
Mm-hmm. Don't really know it. You name yourself after an engine, you don't like it.
I think I'm nearly done with the Standard 4. Yay! I might as well whip out the filer now. Get started on it.
Okay, so I've got quite a lot to file off here.
I can build a Warhammer 40k tank. That counts as a road vehicle.
Yeah.
It does. It does. So maybe we should just not let Tom on next week if he's not got a car model or a road vehicle model.
Well, hang on. Whose channel is this being broadcast on?
It's being broadcast.
I'll decide who can and cannot come on.
There's the person from the person who's named after a character he doesn't like.
I didn't say. I never. I think you're overthinking it there, Tom.
Good. Thanks, sir.
Right, so Filer Showman's traction engine. Oh God, this could be more complicated than I thought.
Well, you wanted to work on it.
Oh, what the heck? Respect his authority.
It's pronounced authority.
Respect
my authority. Beat you to it.
So with that puppet, Tom now has a twin too, as well as Chris.
Thank God I'm
Yeah.
not on the thank God I'm not part on this on that bandwagon.
I was watching this really scary cartoon the other day.
Oh God.
Oh hell.
It's called Pinocchio and the Emperor of the Night.
Oh yes.
He gets turned back into a puppet.
Yep.
Which you think he was one before, you wouldn't be terrified, but actually it's quite chilling. And it was released on Christmas Day as well in theatres.
I'm sure everybody on Christmas Day was thrilled to see that.
Yeah.
Mind you, I was watching. Nostalgia Critic did a review of the film The Witches. The late '80s version. And he actually, I was hoping he wouldn't give it a negative review, because I actually thought it was quite, because I found that film to be quite fun to watch there. But thankfully, he actually praised it, saying yes, it's actually really good. But
I still haven't seen that film.
oh, you have to see it; it's brilliant.
Is it with Mel Streep and Bruce Willis?
Bruce Willis? No, it's the one with Rowan Atkinson in it.
Oh, well, okay, no, I've not seen that one.
Because it had Jim Henson was on board with it. Because he did some of the puppet work on it.
I might actually leave this folder to next week because I'm realizing it's actually quite complicated. So,
Well, what are you going to do now?
I've got a Jag.
Okay.
Well, I could press on with the folder, but I'm just not confident with it at the moment. It's just.
Oh, your station pilot's asking who made the tugboat kit, Mike.
Oh, it's Langley Models. It's an N-gauge one.
Yeah, I'd rather not make a mess of this. I think I'd leave it.
I'm really finished this anyway, so. Don't be pain.
But if anyone wants to know where I got it from, it came from eBay. So I don't even know if I still make it anymore.
Oh, they do. I'm pretty sure they do.
I mean, I'm not going to keep it in mint condition, but as I said, I'd rather work on it when I'm a bit more confident. The return of the Jag. Get out of the bag. How about for next week's stream, it's a combo of tonight's and last week's scratch building and do a kit bath. I suppose, what do you think?
That's kind of what I'm doing now.
I think it's because we're struggling to find ideas. Is what he's suggesting.
I'm not trying to find it. You got it.
Well, we're not really struggling with ideas. We're just.
Anyway, sorry, yes. All right. This took a lot of time to put together because I've got to make sure this aligns properly. Just about, yeah. we're going to come back to this anyway. But as far as I know, the frames are up.
Now, Dan, I wasn't talking about the Mocha, I was talking about the filer kit.
So what I can do in the meantime, I could do some more metal casting actually, because I've got the wheels put on. So start with which one should I start with?
Come on, you get on there.
Oh, he's lost something to the carpet gods.
No, that's why I put a.
Then pray for it back.
No. I've put a special protector thing on underneath my chair so that things don't roll onto the carpet. So I've outfoxed them.
Warning, there might be blasphemy.
I said outfoxed them.
Oh.
You've got minds like sewers. So.
Very sorry. Lines up properly.
Sorry for keeping you awake, Tom.
Yeah. Yeah, you should be. Hang on. Just need to make sure this lines up properly. Okay. Oh, yeah. Michael, what are you doing?
Lines up right.
Spraying indoors. Naughty, naughty.
Okay.
There's that moment.
Okay. That's a bit odd. All right. That's good.
Actually, I've got an hour. Maybe I will start the filer.
Well, make your mind up.
Chat, what should I do? Continue working on the Jag or go on to the Showman's engine? I don't think they really care.
Give them a chance to type it. Type the answer.
Okay, so I reached out right this time. Yay! Okay, so good news. The wheels are aligned.
I mean, to be fair, it might be funny if I cocked up the filer model. Oh dear.
Right. What am I doing?
Any updates with Cultural? Not really at the moment. We're still keeping our fingers crossed.
Though the official notice has been given.
Yeah, there's no sugarcoating it. Oh,
Yeah, we got about 6 months.
well, to be fair, it's not going to happen in 6 months and they know it, so
Yeah.
we're going to be given a bit more time, but hopefully we can change our minds, but if we can't, that's us looking a new home.
Definitely. But hopefully Miniature Railway Adventures will continue on in the same location.
Well, me I'm nearly finished with the Jag. I think I will finish the Jag. Might as well. And that means we've got a full fowler for next week.
No.
And no one gives a shit about the fowler.
Rest.
No.
Courage.
Apart from me.
Sorry, young viewers in the audience.
Right.
There's no controlling his blasphemy.
To be fair, I would like to see if anyone would be interested in the fowler build.
No. Sorry, I dropped something.
Oh, right.
I was also just saying no to what you just said.
Love you too, Tom.
You love me? Ew.
Chris, £10 in the swear box. I don't have one.
Well, make one.
Would that class as a model?
Yeah.
Well, that might be next week's project then, make a swear box.
Yeah. Right. Ben, I need some help here. Which side is the anchor meant to be on a tugboat? Is it the left-hand side or the right-hand side?
You mean port or starboard?
Well, whatever.
Don't they have two anchors?
Yeah, but this
Or
one
just the one?
This one only came with one, so
Chris, are you from Southern Ireland? No, I'm from Northern Ireland. Just like Michael.
yep.
I wish I was in the South. Oh. Nice country. Having said I'm not from the South, I would be there regularly during the summer for steam rallies, but of course this year that hasn't happened. Oh, and Dan would like to see the fowler. Good.
Both sides. Alright, I'll put it on the left-hand side just for the sake of it.
Well, that was Dan saying that, not Ben, but...
Yeah, but...
Well, if he's a boat guy, he probably knows enough about tugs.
Well, he does work with the actual he does help restore the actual TV series prop versions of tugs. There you go. Anchor's on.
Port side as usual at port traditionally, so put the anchor on the starboard side. So what he's saying is put it on the right hand side. And oh, you've just put it on, haven't you?
It's off now.
Right. Okay. Excellent.
Well, as you said, he should have told you before putting it on, but never mind.
Lost another anchor.
He used the technical term.
Yeah. He used a nautical term.
Right. Okay. How many? Where are these bumpers?
Is May about tonight, or is she having the night off?
She's having the night off. She's been
She
actually,
tuckered out.
Yeah, I've not seen her in weeks.
Well, she's been acting up a wee bit. Acting up
Oh.
these last few days there with her behaviour. She snapped at me the other day, yesterday, for she was being bold. She was being very bold there yesterday by barking at some dog walkers that were passing by with their like lassie dogs, and I called her to come back to the house, and she came back in a bit of a huff, and I went up to her to see, like, you know, to scold her because, you know, shouldn't have been doing that then, and she just bared her teeth at me and snapped at me, and I was like, right, if you're gonna act like that, there you're gonna stay in your pen for a few hours. So took her over to her pen, and she went in and she just sulked.
Sulky dog.
Aye, so but she said she was sorry afterwards, like, so.
Not good.
What, May talks? That's amazing.
Well, in dog form, like she.
Well, I kid.
Only good.
I kid may be too much, but I kid nevertheless.
So she might make an appearance maybe later on, but we'll see.
I could bring Izzy and Mitzi in, but I think I'll leave them be for the evening. They like to just chill in the evening.
Actually, I actually do have a another tugboat kit in the workshop there. It's a HO scale version, but it's off an American tugboat. So I don't know. Maybe if I do one of these, make it like one of these Kitbuilding streams out, I might maybe do that. Maybe make it into like a style tug, perhaps. Be an interesting one. Right, so that's pretty much near enough ready for painting now. Oh yeah, just gotta put these like boys on.
If I can get the Jag finish, and that's technically 2 models I've finished.
Yeah.
Although I did cheat it, I didn't start with a scratch model, but still.
I'll tell you what here. I mean, ever since I started using this stuff, like, you know, super glue activator and that, it really has helped a lot more models to be made very quickly.
Unfortunately, it doesn't work with poly cement.
Hmm.
Oh well.
Right. If I drill some holes through here, because, well, maybe, yeah. What I'll do before painting here is I'll just take a bit of this away here so I can add a small feature.
Right. Oh, come on.
What's wrong?
Nothing. I'm just trying to clean some glue off. Sorry, not glue. Epoxy resin off.
Well, epoxy resin is glue, I suppose, depending how you use it.
I prefer to say epoxy resin rather than glue.
Is it in case you get some armchair coming in saying, actually, that's not glue?
No, it's because I don't want people to think that, when I say glue, that they can just use any other glue. I want
wow.
they can use something. I'd say use epoxy resin. I prefer to use 2-part 5-minute epoxy resin. It's stronger and it'll take 5 minutes.
That's pretty much that kit now done. So that's the assembly now done.
You actually finish the kit before you finish.
Well, yeah, I might as well go an hour left, so I might as well give it a coat of primer and just start getting on the details, I suppose. Could try anyway. I'll be back in a wee sec.
I'm in charge. Lol.
No, it's me. He's left one that's closest to me in his will. Sorry. Right. So what I'm doing next, I'm putting the brakes onto under the underframes, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to solder the brake lever from here to here. Let's double check. This is a BR. So many pictures on my computer right now. Let's just double check. Right, okay, here we go. So just that way. Okay, so what I'm doing basically is I'm putting, these are the brake blocks. These little white metal things here. White metal castings, they're going to go right in here. And once I finish gluing them in, I'm then going to solder my white metal lever place.
Got a boring bit of trivia for you.
Okay.
Did you know that white metal is actually used in locomotive bearings?
I know that. Yeah, yeah, sorry, yeah, I know that. It's
because it's replaceable.
exactly, yeah. We I think Tornado back in 2009. We went to the North Yorkshire Moors Railway, and it was there was something wrong with one of the brake, one of the axles. It run a hot axle, so basically it was being pulled back after the station by a Celtic.
Hmm.
Whatever it's called.
The indignity of being pulled by a Celtic.
Yeah. Okay, it was still a fun trip.
Well, if they were really unlucky, they'd have to remetal the bearings.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they fixed it on the way. You know the steam, I think a few days later. I think this is like 11 years ago, so I can't remember exactly.
Max, be gone with your Celtics.
No, Celtics can stay. That's something I'd like to include to my OH at some point, some diesels, because I don't want to be all. Actually, I've got an 08. That's my first OH Racer R model, so I'm more than halfway there. There's also the best running loco I've got. Dapple done an amazing job.
Okay, just letting the. Oh, sorry.
Really, Tommy, he wasn't that scary.
Right, just letting the model just go for having a bit of wee primer put on there. So once that's dried, I'll see if I can just get a wee bit of painting done on it. So in the meantime, I'll just.
I'm able to borrow the stream a bit later.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
I mean, not now, but later.
Oh,
sorry. I was gonna solder some brake levers onto this.
Might as well put my other camera on for a bit because there's nothing else really to show, really.
It's not Halloween yet, Michael.
And
Your point is,
we're not supposed to be showing our mugs until Halloween. Or does it not matter?
It doesn't matter. So how's everybody in the chat there getting on?
What's this basil brush thing that Chris was talking about?
We don't need to go back to it.
I'll see if I still have the thing. I think I've moved there since then.
Oh, that was a very random thing to bring up.
Well, you just mentioned it earlier, didn't you? That was very random.
Yeah, but that was earlier when it was relevant.
This is the thing here he was talking about.
Oh, I thought so.
One of these ones.
That's
It's one of these like it's actually a Basil Brush puppet.
Oh,
It doesn't really work. It doesn't really work that well.
I can do the voice for you.
No,
Oh,
it can do,
God.
well. This can actually do the voice for you.
Oh God!
Copyright.
That's the first time it's ever said anything for. When was it? 2000 and when was it? 2005. I think the last time this thing's ever said anything.
2005.
To quote Max,
This still has the original batteries from 2005.
to quote Max, boom, boom.
It's still bringing out bad jokes. So
Anyone got any jellies?
back on the shelf for you.
Be gone with you.
Aren't plums cheap?
Anyway.
Sorry.
What's tonight's chocolate, Michael? It's
Oh,
Nestle's Crunch.
nice chocolate.
Yeah, like Egon Ghostbusters. I earned it somehow.
No, unfortunately, I've just eaten it. It's nice.
Twix.
Can never go wrong with Twixes, ever. Unless you don't like caramel.
It's always about the. Some people often used to. There used to be a thing or something or other with. In school, we used to talk about is a Twix a chocolate bar or is it a biscuit? What's your verdict on it?
Both.
But should it count as a chocolate bar even though it has biscuit in it?
Well, really, it's a chocolate biscuit then, isn't it?
I suppose, but it's like then again, like it always considers like our our Jaffa cakes biscuits or cakes
Oh no, they're definitely cakes.
when they both come from the same oven. What was that joke? Somebody did this weird theory that biscuits go soft when they go stale, and cakes go hard when they're stale, and yet they both come from the same oven.
Chocolate biscuits, chocolate biscuits. This is my song about chocolate biscuits.
We'll get copyrighted for that.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, by me.
Dan's asked, do you remember Gordon the Gopher or Ed the Duck? No, I don't actually. I remember in my childhood. I remember Otis the Aardvark. He was my favorite. He was my favorite CBBC mascot.
Oh, yeah. Remember Emblem, the dragon?
No, I never liked him.
Remember the dragon?
No.
Why?
It's his
I just don't-
opinion.
It's just because I got so used to Otis. Otis used to make me laugh, and then this gremlin thing came along. I thought, no,
Dragon.
you killed Otis.
Artist.
Otis,
Artist.
whatever.
Is it tomato or tomato?
Potato.
Doesn't matter. They're both fruit.
Advice number 4. Oranges are not the only fruit.
And advice number 5: always pass the Gucci on the left-hand side. I actually do remember asking him, like, I actually remember asking Alaric in the comments of that video. I just said to him, like, what the heck is a douchey, whatever it was. And it was when he just probably was saying, I don't know, actually. It just thought it sounded very funny. And then I think it was only when I was doing an errand. I think it was like probably 5 months ago, I actually heard the song. I actually heard the song "Past the Duchy on the Left Hand Side." No, I just remembered, like, that's where that came from. I didn't even know it was actually a song, but there you go.
What a legend.
I know. I wonder how he's getting on these days.
He's had Corona.
Mm.
And he had it-
Apparently Michael Rosen got corona there.
Jeez.
Only just remembered that when you said.
Well, he's recovered now. And Paul Chuckle had it.
Did he?
Yeah. Well, both of them recovered it. Actually, how you said Alec has COVID? Tom, did you?
Sorry?
Did you say Alec has COVID?
Eric had it. Like,
Oh yeah. Okay. It's good to hear. Good to hear he's all right.
I wonder what Paul's like when he gives it when he goes out to the shop. If he's got the virus, would he go like, to you,
Yeah.
to me?
I think that's slightly distasteful, that one.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
I mean, it's like that. It's like the audience's reaction on "Have I Got News for You?" No, have I got news for you? On Mock the Week, where the category unlikely things to hear in a kids program. Timmy, and the audience went, "Oh no!"
Oh God!
That guy was an arsehole.
He
But-
was.
It's funny.
Who was that then?
Oh, I forgot who it was.
I actually
If
met them. I met them years ago, actually.
If it was Hugh Dennis, I've lost all respect for him.
No. Hugh Dennis, he knows when to stop.
It's Frankie Boyle. You got to watch out for.
Oh
Yeah.
God! Look at the shiny.
Look at the shiny.
I don't like him yet. I quote that.
Yep.
To Frankie Boyle.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he doesn't like you.
I don't care. If he doesn't like me, all the better. I also don't like Jimmy Carr.
We're sorry, Jimmy Carr fans. Truth be
walked
told, I'm not really a big fan of Jimmy Carr either.
I walked past Jimmy Carr actually in London, and he looked really angry.
Well,
Don't they all?
no. I mean, I got to meet Lewis McLeod from Dead Ringers, and he's very friendly.
Dead ringers.
We had a nice conversation about voice acting, and him and me had a bit of a voice off as to who can do the best Alf Thompson voice, because he does Alf Thompson and Postman Pat, as well as voicing Postman Pat. And yeah, I think it was a tie in the end.
Well, I tried to do a better voice acting than you both.
Well, we just decided, like, we both could do Alf Thompson's voice.
Don't worry, it was a stupid joke. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't
He said-
worry, Tom's just stupid.
You said it was a tie that beat you guys at the.
The existence of a
the
Jimmy
exist-
Carr implies that there's a Jimmy Van and a Jimmy Bus.
And a Jimmy Lorry, and a Jimmy Train, and a Jimmy Plane. I still don't like him. I don't know. I don't know if I would say I hate him, but I'm not
It's,
a fan.
It's a very strong word.
It's his
It is, but-
it's his laugh I'm not really a big fan of.
Oh, you mean that?
That's what it
Why
sounds
did he
like.
start doing that though? That's something that really I don't get. Like he just came up with it one day and he just started.
I
doing
know,
it.
and what was it? Rob Brydon actually did that. Actually did impressively. You just hear him on what's it, 10 out of 10, 8 out of 10 cats, and Rob Brydon just does the voice and does the laugh in front of Jimmy. He said, you got the most weirdest laugh ever, Jimmy.
But there's also a Jimmy Taxi,
Yeah.
according to Max.
It's just my laugh.
It's just my laugh. I know, but why do you have to make it sound like that there?
No, as I say, I don't know if I would say I hate him, but I'm just not a fan.
It's fine. You don't be a fan.
No, I'm more Laurie.
You more of a Hugh Laurie? Hugh Laurie fan?
Yeah. No, just a Hugh Laurie. I prefer Laurie's over fans.
I'll tell you what here. You should, you ever watch Heist MD?
Never heard of it even.
Right. Hugh Laurie's stars out there. He plays Dr. House, and he's basically like a doctor who's just like has no interest in his patients or whatsoever, but he actually finds great ways of curing them of whatever problems they have, in the most like sarcastic and most like evil way possible. But he has a good side.
Right. Okay. Can I borrow the camera a bit, Michael?
Yep, you can borrow it there, and I'll just go and see what.
I'm not a fan more of a turbine.
Okay, so please excuse the mess, guys. Right. You guys want to see some soldering with white metal? Or I'm about to do something quite fiddly. So, I've just spent the last couple of minutes just preparing this brake lever. Which one is it? That one. So I've got to solder it, so it's going to attach it. I've got to solder it to about there. Let me just throw something down quickly. Thank you. 2 seconds. That bit is to. Right, so that can go there. So I'm just applying this liquid flux, which is from Roxy Molding. Apply it. All right. Okay, so right now I need a bit of solder. Where's it gone? I'm just going to stick right here. I'm moving things all over again. Okay. All right. So, Mike, do you want the camera back for a second? Oh, actually, no, it's fine. Don't worry, found it. It's right here. Okay, so I've got my soldering iron on about 276 temperature-wise. Just resting it in place. Just gonna bend it slightly. Right, so it's in place. Everything's oh, knocked it over. Okay, we can do this. Let's take a little dab of this is 70% low melt solder. You want only want a little bit. And you don't want to put it on for too long because white metal, when it gets really hot, it does melt. There's one modeler, I'm not going to name any names, he actually got a random soldering iron on the old days of MTF, and he put the kit together, and he didn't know what he was doing, he ended up melting it. So he just took any solder, any soldering iron, and just made a mistake. Right. Okay, so that should be fine. Let that cool down, and Yeah, as you can see, perfect. That is now completely. Sorry, I can't see. That's solid, properly attached, everything. Okay, that's that side done. I'll do the next one, but you can have the camera back now, Michael.
All right.
Thanks for that.
No worries. Right, I'll just have to change my camera back here because the tugboat is now at its primer.
Oh, it's red.
Oh,
Yeah.
you got a red car.
Yeah. What I actually noticed here, which I actually noticed that the primer actually brought up here, was that there's a lot. You see all these these black dots on it there. That's actually all due to the resin. Like there's a lot of spots, a lot of little holes in the resin that didn't get filled. So it must have been all from the bubbles not there. But I actually don't mind that. It actually looks kind of cool. So besides this is all going to be painted anyway in black anyway. So yeah, I painted it red there because it saves me time to get the decking painted up there, because that's mostly like decking is red anyway. So, but yeah, I might as well make a start on this here. So, unfortunately, I'm not going to. Oh yeah, yeah. Can you can you see the tugboat? Where is it?
It has vanished.
It's literally like just lean over and it's gone.
Yeah. I wonder where's it gone? Where's my model gone? Yeah, it was here somewhere. Anyway.
Yeah.
Actually, there's a funny story about losing something. Me and my dad were working on.
It wasn't funny. I don't think it was funny during the time.
No, me and my dad were working on our traction engine in the garage one day, and we had the spanner, and it was a particular size of spanner that we needed for something. And all of a sudden it went missing, and we couldn't find it anywhere for love or money. And then we had an electric lamp to help us see things better. So I picked up the lamp to shine it at something, and it's got magnetic bottom, and I realized that the spanner had attached to it, and we couldn't find it.
Oh.
It always happens.
Yeah.
Sounds like me and my square.
Mind you, I always I did this. I need to get this for a mix. Get the mixer. I always used to do this thing where if you ever try and you lose something, there you spend ages looking for it. Then you say to yourself, right, I'm never going to find this here. I might as well use something else. And next minute, when you say this here, it instantly appears.
Oh yes.
So that ever happened? Like it just stands there in front of you, like, nope, you're not gonna find me yet.
It's called Murphy's Law.
I'll paint those bits. Shoot.
What the heck was that?
I don't know. Didn't come from my end.
It sounded like a rocket. And not a Stevenson's rocket.
Hello, it's Thomas.
Oh God. Copyright strike incoming.
Right.
So yes, I finally decided to start cutting out the filers so that next week I don't have to do that.
Okay.
The only problem is I might forget what everything is, but
Well,
that's part of the fun.
Tom, do you still need a square? Yes.
As I said, I've got one. I could give it to you, but technology won't allow me.
You know what, if I ordered one from Amazon, I think it would get there a lot quicker. Are you kidding me?
What? Have you found it?
Oh my god.
where was it?
For fuck's sake.
Language.
Okay.
No. We'll let him have that one.
No, sorry.
We'll let you have that
This
one.
is and it's all rusted as well. Right, that's what, nearly 2.5, 3.5 hours. Oh well, I might as well finish this kit and then get this one in for next week.
It always happens when you're not looking for something that suddenly appears.
That's what I said.
No, I was looking for it though. Of all the places. Oh.
Either that or it waits until you're nearly finished.
Hang on. I've got some thinners here.
I might as well just not make models on Modeler's Corner and just wait and just post on Twitter when they're done.
Someone predicted it would happen earlier.
Yeah, it was Dan.
It always happens, Tom.
Yeah. Oh well, at least I can finish the base later.
We don't have all night.
Well, no, but I'm going to do it tonight.
Knew I was missing something.
What's that?
Thinners.
Nice.
Ooh, cellulose thinners.
That's a big jar.
Aye.
You may as well get a big jar while you're at it.
Yeah, I agree.
Often you'll find that the bigger jars or whatever actually cost less to buy the equivalent in the small pots.
Yeah.
Sorry. I just broke in the friggin' handrail. Right.
So he's found a square and he broke it.
Broken the card lever, hang on.
Good start.
I've got another one here. I'll just use this one. So why metal important when you're casting little fiddly bits? It's really fragile. So you can bend it in the right place. You can in however you like it, but you can also break it.
You found out.
Yeah, I'll just do this one. I feel a bit like Jeremy Clarkson when he keeps breaking the plastic spoon while cutting a piece of bacon.
Oh, the knife.
Yeah. That's a fork.
Oh yeah. Sorry, the fork. Can't wait to see James May's cooking program when it comes out.
What is he doing? Cooking program?
Yeah, on Amazon Prime, he's got his own cooking program called Oh Cook.
Of course it would be.
There's a nice bit in the trailer where he has a bit of a rant saying, like, you won't see Jamie Oliver making this here, or in fact he says TV chefs, they never make the food you see on the television there because they're all done by somebody else off screen.
Yeah, that's true.
It's always a Blue Peter moment. Here's one I made earlier, except I didn't make it.
Hmm.
And when I made it, I mean this last made it.
Or this bloke, or this gobshite.
The Scots shape.
How did that gobshite get on the television? I'll tell you how he got on the television. Someone put him there.
Actually, here's a question: have any of us, barring me here, have you two ever been on television?
Yes.
I've seen you on TV and Usually
I've been on it more than once. I also insulted diesels whilst I was on one of them, so yeah.
I remember. Yeah, these
Diesels have no soul.
they don't have the soul for it.
Stop insulting people, Chris.
I don't like diesels,
Fine.
Yeah.
which is why I was shocked when I heard that you like them.
I don't mind them. Yeah. I wouldn't mind having a bit of a variety of my stuff, you know.
Mind you, I do remember seeing there was a video somewhere on, I think it was on the Bash Mash Facebook page where they were talking about Diesel Gala meetups. And blokes,
And everyone was wearing respirators.
like World War, like weird gas masks everywhere from the tune.
Yeah, well, you see some of those diesels how they smoke.
But I think it was like I can't remember where the video went though, so I'm only like guessing how this thing went here, so don't quote me on this here. But
We will.
okay. But,
Don't quote me. We will. Okay.
Anyway, they were saying basically the thing went like, you know, this is Alex. He and his mates wanted to do a meetup at a railway. What Alex didn't know at the time that he was going to a diesel gala.
Oh.
He goes like, you know, Alex came prepared though, wearing the gas masks. So did his friends. Alex spent his opportunity leaning out of the carriage windows and shaking his head about, making the gas mask flop about. Don't be like Alex.
Oh, God. To be fair, steam engines aren't much better. They throw ash and soot at you.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the fun of it.
Well, yes, this is true.
I mean, don't you enjoy trying to scavenge out hot flaming bits of soot and ash out from?
Yeah, I'm throwing it at you.
Well, I know Gavin likes these in coal.
Yeah.
He calls them coal biscuits.
That's the worst coal I've ever tasted. It's not coal, it's your pants.
I may be a steam engine person, but I don't know what coal tastes like because,
Good.
well, to be fair, I've never really wanted to eat it.
Well, neither does anyone else, to be honest. So,
Yeah. I have set Michael on fire before, though, so
Many times.
I think I've heard this stuff before.
many times. Was there more than once?
Yep.
Well, I remember there was you being in the ash pit and I set you on fire. Where else did I set you on fire?
At the engine sheds. On the line side.
His birthday cake.
Yeah, I decided to throw a bit of paraffin onto his cake and it just went boom.
Yeah.
The cake didn't taste very well after either.
Well, be fair, you kind of did me a favour in the end, because there was one of those Colin the Caterpillar birthday cakes, and I don't really like those ones. Because, I mean, be fair, why would you want to have a birthday cake that literally, like, deteriorates the moment you put a knife for it?
Some pregnant women have a craving to eat coal, okay? I mean, I know that...
That I've never heard of.
Where?
I mean, I know that they like the smell of paint and things like that, but I've never heard them wanting to eat coal.
Okay, guys, I've just put both brake levers on the blocks on both sides of the wagon.
Ooh.
Yay.
Yay!
Crime Watch is still on television then, Chris. What was that about? I can't remember.
We were talking about appearances on television. He's brought that up.
Oh, right. I get him now.
Yeah.
And I ruined it.
You better
I ruined the joke.
You better hide, folks. You better hide down here. Chris said he's coming for you now. You know, he says he'll get you now.
I'm always after people. I can never find them, though.
That's because you're terrible at hide and seek.
Right, so that's one for the spare parts box.
Yep.
Well, the soldering box, anyway. Okay, well, your thing's all finished. Got another pack. The next wagon. Ah, stuff, man.
Thing about modelling is if you think you're doing it wrong, you are.
So, Max, you got blocked by the Bash Mash because they reposted your meme? What?
I've never heard of anyone getting blocked by the Bash Mash.
The Bash Mash that everyone's enjoying.
Apart from
Everyone.
the who are those?
The Railway Grapevine.
Yeah.
Oh, they were
Nuisance.
they're words that I'm not going to use because even they're too much for me.
Yeah. Right. People in the chat will probably be wondering why on earth is Michael using a pen for this next bit here. That's because this is a paint pen, and I've used this for quite a lot of my modeling. It does good service for me.
Right, okay, so I'm missing something here.
Base code anyway.
Well, as I said, I thought maybe next week I could bring the airbrush on and show how to use an airbrush.
We should do it correctly, yeah.
The only problem is I'm not very experienced at it, so I need to teach myself first.
So it's going to be how not to use an airbrush.
As long as you
Exactly.
Yeah.
It'll be
Right,
me
it's
trying
like-
to
right.
learn.
It's
Go
like
on.
it's like
Compressed
you know
air.
you know in Animaniacs they have a section called Good Idea and Bad Idea,
Yes.
and they have a crash test dummy doing all these things. So good idea, get a professional to show you how to do an airbrush. Bad idea, have Chris teach you how to use an airbrush.
The Railway Grapevine story wasn't what some would have you believe. Let's not go there. They were just, and they had something shocking for Chris Eden Green as well.
Right, okay, Chris, you said not to go there, and yet you're still talking about it. Why do you keep doing this?
Because I love going on a rant. It's just that other people don't like me going on a rant.
That's because people will be scared to come back to my channel now.
Well, this is true. I promise I won't rant next week.
Right, folks, take your bets now for how long it'll take for Chris to rant. It'll take before Chris actually starts ranting.
Well, actually, how much are you willing to pay to hear Chris rant?
Don't forget, I'm still threatening him to play that. I will play that video.
Haven't said anything about the Great Western yet, so
You better not. They're amazing.
well, to prove that I'm not anti-Great Western.
So,
So if Stepney is still here, I hope he saw that. I think we have a love-hate relationship, me and him.
He's barely known you.
I wouldn't bring it on here, mate.
Yeah.
I wasn't talking about Max Davis. I was talking about a different one.
Yes. I know, but we mean you mean something else.
Give it time. No.
No.
No, it wasn't me saying give it time. It's
Oh, sorry.
Alright, so what I'm doing, I'm just putting a little just put a little brass section here. Cool, guys. Have you got any least favourite models in your collection?
all of them.
Alright.
I hate them all equally.
Then why did you buy them then?
It's a joke.
Let's see.
For probably my least favourite model, which is now gone, is the Pentalino.
Oh, right.
It's now gone. It's gone to a new home. As has the Deltic and 03.
I used to love the 03.
Well, it's gone, I'm afraid, so. And if you're wanting a Caledonian single, I've got one for sale.
I've got one, mate.
I've got the one in LMS black. I would rather one in Caledonian blue.
That's the one I've got, actually, the Caledonian blue one.
Would you like to swap?
No, it'll break it. I don't know. No, I'm quite attached to that one. I'm not gonna lie though. I do actually really like the LMS black one.
Well, if you go on eBay, you'll find mine.
And I do want to get. I want a complete collection actually. The black and the reds. I mean, the red one really surprised me because I know they had made a red one years ago, but I didn't think they were going to I didn't realize they were going to bring it back.
I will get it. I will have it for 50p, Chris. Times that by quite a lot.
Well, unfortunately, the Caledonian single was not their best model.
No, it wasn't, to be fair.
All the detail is imprinted into the detail with the same plastic decor.
Yeah, well, yes. I mean, there is that, but at the same time, I don't want to make a huge loss on it.
You know when you open a box, limited edition, and then you hit people's screen.
Yeah, you don't do that with the Caledonian single.
You just ruin the collector's value.
Yeah.
Never remove from box. NRFB.
And there'll be other models coming up for sale at some point, so if any of you are interested, there is an eBay page.
Yes. And
I'm not selling them here because this is not a marketplace.
No.
Why do you?
So if you go to eBay you'll probably find me.
As I was saying, wasn't the Caledonian single the header for MTF? Yes, it was.
MTF.
Model Train Form.
Oh, it was, yeah. Because I was very fond of it.
Yeah. I really wish that form came back.
One thing I remember actually is noticing, because there was they used the classic, they used the original model to advertise it being released. Because the one that was the one that got remade, back in 2006, 7, whatever, was the darker blue.
Oh.
So, and I noticed if you look at the new what's it? I think it's the 812s. Where was Sheffield just brought out?
Yeah.
There's both colours in that range. So I obviously didn't realise that the CLs don't realise they shouldn't. I should know this, but both. Sorry, what was I trying to think? Both colours were actually part of. They changed the colour at one point. And the solder's not sticking.
But no, that Great Western engine I actually showed is only here for a short time because it needs It needs buffers and it needs a coal load in the bunker, and then it'll be away. It's just like a wee project.
Dan says you drive a hard bargain, 51 pence.
Yeah, wee bit more, Dan. Just a wee bit more. Huh? I will say this, however, I don't let things go cheap.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Because why should I? I was confused by that B12 and Caledonian. Huh. What were you going to say, Tom?
B12 in Caledonia?
It's what Max has just said.
Oh, no, the 812.
Oh, you mean the 812?
812, yeah.
Oh. But what were you going to say before that?
I can't remember now.
Something about me not selling things for cheap prices.
It would have been something nice anyway, but
Yeah. I'm gonna let that dry for now here because I can't do much more right now. I'll go over the rest with some of the other parts of there in a bit. In fact, I might actually go over some parts of the black wash here just to
Make it grubby.
just to go over the decks. So a bit of oil wash might do it.
Enamel wash. Yes.
No. It's not an enamel wash.
Oh.
It's the other stuff.
Well, to be fair, enamel and oil paints aren't much different.
Right, that's be interesting.
I actually told Michael this not that long ago, and he was very surprised when he heard this, that Gene Anderson, my wee Ren, is actually painted in Humbrol paints.
Oh, I didn't know that. I was like, that's not possible.
Well, it's because it's enamel, and steam engines are painted in enamel, so...
Yeah.
Well, Lady Grange is
I actually prefer to paint steam engines in enamel, but that's what I'm doing for my Thomas for this day. So I'm going to be using enamel paints to paint in.
Well, I know that Lady Grange was originally painted in hammermite paints.
Yeah, that's a form of enamel, but it wasn't a very good choice, I don't think.
And Puffer is painted in Plasticoat, not brown.
Okay.
So I didn't know that until. Yeah. You remember? Because you remember when people used to make models of Henry, they always used the Plasticoat Garden Green.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I got the wrong one, don't I?
Chris Delboy H. Yeah, well. This time next year, Rodney will be millionaires. Wait, you're not Rodney? Well, to be fair, I am a wee bit of a wheeler dealer at the moment. It's just
More of an Uncle Albert. No,
No, I'm Miles Clark.
You're annoying old git.
Full of
This
bullshit.
is true. This is true.
Yeah, full of bullshit. Sorry.
Language.
We'll be fair, we let him have an F-bomb there, so...
And you wouldn't let me have an S-bomb.
Right.
Well, nobody wants an S-bomb.
It's going to be interesting. Because I can't quite, for some reason I can't solder onto the W irons.
I thought you were just going to say you couldn't solder full stop.
No, that's not, I would never say that. I'm the master, damn it. Well,
It's his art.
I need to put this strip alongside, in between the W irons, but I can't solder it together. So the only thing I can think to do is put glue on it, but I don't want to put glue on metal.
Right, I'm just gonna tidy up a wee bit here, and then I think we'll probably call it a night, I suppose, because it's just gone 10 o'clock.
Yeah, well, I'm struggling to find what to do anyway, so we might as well end.
Yeah. So, well, this week here I won't be closing off Modeller's Corner since Tom did a wonderful job introducing it. So, Tom, would you care to do the honours?
Of course.
So
You'll have to work the camera for him.
Yeah. So
Okay,
we'll have to do our shows to see what we've done.
Okay. Okay, guys, so that concludes this week's edition of Modeller's Corner. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you didn't have bored you or gone to about random stuff. But yeah, it's been quite productive.
Tom, keep going.
Sorry.
Keep going.
So basically, so anyway, let's just let's have a catch up on what we've done so far. So Michael, actually, sorry, Chris, you're the S earlier, so you can show us what we've done so far.
Right, well, I need the camera first. Tom, give me the camera.
I can't.
Ah, here we go. Right, well, I've just been finishing off the standard for Mogul, just putting the last details on it, which I neglected to do last time. There's the tender. The Jag is 99% finished. It just needs the painting and the glazing for the windows. And I've started cutting out bits for the Fowler, which is not very much at the moment, but it'll be a project for next week.
Okay.
Hopefully it'll look like that.
Right.
Michael.
Get my camera on.
Okay, Michael,
Right.
you want to show us as well?
Right, so I've got the kit all made up here. It's just going through the starting stages of painting up here. So let this first few bits of paint dry up here, and then I'll paint the rest in. And yeah, hopefully once it's all done, it'll be nice wee grubby little tugboat, which will hopefully make an appearance somewhere in Thompson Engines, which you'll have to keep an eye out for. So yeah, that's
Okay.
me.
Oh my God. Well, the original plan was to actually finish off the base for this four plank wagon. Unfortunately, it took a long time to find this little thing, my square. I got there in the end. So I spent the rest of the stream filling in the final details from my BR20 ton van. I think it's cool. The brake gear. And yeah. After this, I've got something to do.
Okay.
So I hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and yeah, hopefully see you on the next one, which will most likely be around Halloween. So
Yeah, so we'll probably be in fancy dress. So
yeah,
hopefully. That means
I'm
you.
scary as it
That means you, Chris, be in fancy dress now.
I'm scary as it is.
See. So yeah, but anyway, yeah, I think. Well, what should we do for next week's theme?
Well, I've got the Fowler to build, so
Well, okay. So next week will be off-road vehicles. Tom,
Well, road vehicles, not off-road.
Tom, you do know.
Will you stop scratching my chin?
That wasn't his chin. That wasn't his chin. He was scratching.
It was.
From my view, it wasn't his chin. It was somewhere else.
You dirty bugger.
Yeah, I got it right there.
Oh!
I've got headphones.
Anyway, all right, guys. Let's call it quits for tonight then.
Okay, guys.
All right, take it, guys. Bye,
Bye, guys. Bye.
Right.
Well, that was a load of.
Yeah. Well,
Still alive?
Yeah, I'm still.
at least we got rid of the stupid audience. Uh-oh, we're still live.
Thanks, Chris. You've ruined Models Cover for everyone.